Good morning. Back again. I think it was Michelle that wanted to see where my oils are on the wall. That's my collection. Hello. That's my little wall display. It has all my oils on it. Most of them. Hi. And let me just tell you, this is nothing. Like, my stock is low. These are the oils I use for my Desire Map classes. All the open ones are mine, and then the ones on the lower shelf are for sale. It's a little crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I keep them here in the hallway, which is really nice. It keeps them out of the way, and there's the bathroom. Look, Amy, I have the same washing machine as you if you're here. All right, there you go. So let's get back over to the desk. You can take a tour of my house. Here's a cat in a basket because, you know, why not? Oh, there's the husband. And the cat tree in the back door. And my sloppy desk area. This is where I'm always talking to you guys from. What a mess! Thank you. Oh, darn it. Yeah, let's see if we can get it turned around here. Oop, we might be stuck. Oh, that's always the danger, isn't it? Thank you. That came from Michelle Lee. Found that. So awesome. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me get you back in the holder here. A fancy tripod is this. Jana gifted me. Hey, Evie. Jana gifted me this tripod, and let me just tell you, it has been a lifesaver. A tripod is a lifesaver. If you're scoping much at all, it's incredibly convenient. And this one I have is super sturdy. Yeah, and I was looking again for the name. I don't remember the name. Jana, do you? It's not, they didn't do a great job of branding their product. I'll try and find it and put it on my Facebook page. There you go, Bernice. Accor or something. They come in all different colors. They have a expandable tripod base, and they go up and down. And the mount that comes with it is not as sturdy as I wanted as often as I use this, so I replaced the mount with an Archon. Yeah, I have an Archon mount because, okay, cool, thank you, Jana. So Jana will send me the link and we can, or you can post it on my page or whatever. So yeah, get yourself a tripod. Hold on just a second, I want to show you this. So Archon makes this little sturdy tripod thing that also twists, like you can bend these, which is nice. Oh, 10% off with a Perry Girls, my personal one. Please and thank you. So the mount off this little one fits, is universal fit, and it's way sturdier. So now I have this. I can take the top off and then this is excellent. And then your mount will interchange with the other tripod that's a little more convenient. So that's a quick tripod lesson. This is super nice. And way sturdier than the other one. The jelly something. Anyway. Whatever. Tripods are cool. So, let's talk about oils. It's that time of year where things are blooming and spraying all their polleny crap everywhere, which impacts a lot of us, me included. So I want to talk to you about this little trio. I'm not a doctor, and if you're taking allergy medication, please follow your doctor's orders. And, you can discuss essential oils with your doctors. There's a lot of doctors that are open to alternative options, so. But for myself, yes, this has been a handy, helpful little trio. So lavender, peppermint, and lemon. Peppermint, lavender, and lemon, and then, yes. So these three together is one of the first blends I started using for my own personal health. And I used to just put a drop of each on my wrists and rub my wrists together and smell it. And it's strong. Peppermint's really strong. And the lavender's strong. I mean, they're all strong because they're nothing but oils. So they're very intense. And I just realized I didn't grab my book. Well, hang on. The nice thing about a little house is a lot of things are all within your reaching distance. And this is the reference guide I use. Oh my gosh, the peppermint. Just smelling the peppermint alone can, you know, open your sinuses, stop a headache. It's incredible. Stop nausea. The peppermint is very, very intense. And then I read recently that someone had also added Copa to their mix because of the anti-inflammatory. And side note, the pain cream I made with Deep Relief and Copa in it, I put it on my back, my lower back last night. It hurts really bad on the way home. It's too much driving to do to go to Loganville. Oh, okay, yeah, and it's a booster for the other oils. And I woke up this morning and was able to get out of bed and actually walk and not have to, you know, crip around like I'm 100 years old. So let's just really briefly talk about the three of these, and then I want to show you how. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, lemongrass would probably have really similar properties. Then we'll talk about these little capsules. Yeah, I was super happy. Whoops! These little capsules that some of which are now on the floor. They're just little vegetable glycerin capsules you can get at any health food store or on Amazon. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So let me just talk about these three blends. I'm not going to go over in a huge amount of detail because the thing about them is they work incredibly well together to stop those mild allergic. It depends. I mean, you have to try these things out for yourself. Thank you for sharing and see if they work for you. If they work for you, great. If they don't, keep exploring. Because there probably is something out there alternative that can work for you that doesn't involve taking over-the-counter meds if you don't want to take those things, which I don't. I was taking Zyrtec, and then I was taking Claritin and things like that, and now I don't. About 10% of the time, I do still have to take something, but this cut my personal usage down to, you know, it cut it by 90%. I'm happy with that and happy to share it with you. So let me find the lemon. You would think after this many weeks I'd be a little better prepared. But you know what? I'm not. So the lemon is cold pressed from the rind. And this is about Young Living Oils. I don't know how doTERRA processes theirs or Rocky Mountain or any of that stuff. So keep that in mind. So the lemon is cold pressed from the rind. It requires 3,000 lemons to produce 1 kilo of oil. And the lemons come from California and Italy. Hi, Nina. The lemon's good for, I mean, come on. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint. We could stay here all day and talk about all the different things you can do with those oils. They're what I call foundation oils. They're oils that you should all have in your basket of tricks if you're exploring essential oils. Lavender, lemon, orange, peppermints. They're just basics. They do so much. Like, you can do so many things with just a few oils. So lemon is, I mean, all of these are mood lifters too. So you get the physical reaction and you get the mood response of relaxation and upliftment and clears your head, that kind of stuff. So the lemon oil is helpful for clarity of thought, lymphatic cleansing, the lymph system, respiratory support, reducing stress, heightening a sense of well-being. It affects the digestive, immune, and respiratory system. So that's where we're getting the sinus stuff. Promotes health, healing, physical energy, and purification. Its fragrance is invigorating, enhancing, and warming. Who doesn't like lemon, right? I mean, come on. The citrus smells, I think we're programmed as humans to just enjoy the crap out of those. So let's look at lavender. Again, another foundational oil. It is steam distilled from the flowering top. The lavender comes from France, Idaho, and Utah. And in fact, if you ever felt motivated to do it, you can go work on the lavender farm in Mona, Utah, and actually work with the plants that end up in your oils. They are hand weeded. There's never any chemicals put on them. I really want to go too. Everything is done by hand. It's not automated. It's traditional growing methods, and oh, I bet it's incredible. I bet it is. I can only imagine. So it's listed for airborne allergies, skin allergies. We know that lavender calms. Yeah, anybody can visit. So which is why I went with this brand, is that I could go visit the farms where my oils come from and see for myself. We buy local chicken eggs, and I have a call in to the farmer because I want to go see where the chickens are. Oh, that's so cool. I like to know where my stuff is coming from. I can't go see the Clarington factory, and I probably don't want to see what they're putting in there. So, lavenders, allergies, burns. By the way, I burn myself a lot because I like to cook and I'm an idiot. And lavender on a burn will stop the pain almost immediately and, helps it heal faster. And that's what I think. Well, I know it stops the pain for me, but I think it helps it heal faster too. So we use it for diaper rash on the twins, so it's calming, among other things. It's a universal oil that's traditionally been known to balance the body and work wherever there is a need. If in doubt, use lavender. I often tell people start with lavender for relaxation, for mood lifting, for skin irritation, anything. You can use lavender. You can diffuse it. Cats like lavender generally. I have several, and they will stay in the area for lavender, and they often leave the area if I'm diffusing other things. But lavender for dogs, lavender for cats. Yeah, you don't have to put it on them either. You can even just put it on a cotton ball in the general area where they're at if you don't have a diffuser. But I highly recommend getting a diffuser. You get more bang for your buck with your oils because it's spreading it out. So yeah, cold sores, mood, headaches, all kinds of stuff. I want to show you how to mix them up though. So let me just move on to peppermint. Peppermint is another workhorse oil, steam distilled from leaves, stems, flower buds, and the peppermint all comes from North America. It's incredibly intense. I mix this in my water. Yeah, it's the Swiss Army of oils. It totally is. And you can use it on kids. You can use it on babies. We use it on the babies when they were, very first, just a few weeks old. You just can't go wrong with it. Peppermint is a hot oil. You don't want to put that one directly on your skin if you're sensitive, which is another reason why I stopped using these straight on my wrist, because the peppermint kind of irritated my skin. So if I'm having a sinus headache or I feel my sinuses getting congested, I'll just inhale peppermint. Or you can make a peppermint tea. You boil hot water and try to just get one drop in your cup because it's really overwhelming. It's so strong. And then I used to drink this in my water. I'll show you in just a sec. I'll tell you in just a second. If I smell it, I just smell it full strength. If I put it in my tea, I use it, one drop. And then in water, I mix it with a little of the Himalayan pink salt or some sea salt, and then I'll put it in water. Only one drop, though, seriously. If you get too much in there, you want to pour more water in because it can be really, really overwhelming. So it's good for concentration. It's energizing and cooling at the same time, which sounds weird, doesn't it? It's good for nausea. I've used it lots and lots of times for nausea. It works really well. It works every single time unless it's a flu. Then I notice that it doesn't it doesn't stop it. If it's food or hormones or whatever else is going on that's making me nauseous, it'll stop it in its tracks. So, peppermint has been used to soothe digestive difficulties, freshen breath, relieve gas, headaches, heartburn, indigestion, that kind of stuff. Emotionally, it may help with anger, blue moods, fatigue, the blahs, morning sickness. You know, it's just another one that you can't go wrong with. So there's a few different ways you can use this. How I ended up doing it is because that peppermint was too strong on my skin, I took, not this baby food jar obviously because it has capsules in it, but I took a baby food jar and mixed coconut oil in this size jar, so half full of coconut oil. You can use any oil, almond or olive, Crisco, whatever you've got on hand. I mean, Crisco's not my first choice, obviously, but if that's what you've got, use what you've got, and then save your money and buy a better oil, like sweet almond or something. Grape seed, some people use. Walnut. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Try to get a cold pressed virgin oil. So then I put equal amounts of these three in that jar. 15 drops of each is what I used. Each one. This is a 4-ounce jar, so it was probably 2-ish ounces of oil. And I made it strong. You might not even need to make it that strong. You could try 10 drops a piece, because that's a lot of oil. That's like 30, 45 drops of oil in a jar. So it was pretty soupy. And that's okay. That's how I wanted it. Adjust those amounts for yourself. You could even try 5 drops a piece and see. You might not need that much oil. I was so much wanting an alternative that I might have gone overboard. I'll just say that. I might have gone overboard. And then you can, if you want, you don't have to, but you can add Copaeva for the inflammation stuff and the heat that can happen when we're having lots of allergies. Plus it boosts the other oils. And also another side note, when I've had sinus infections or sinus headaches, I've taken this oil just straight on my finger and rubbed it like directly on my face. It's that mild. It won't irritate your skin at all. And I've rubbed it like directly on my sinuses and right here and under here, and had it help relieve that sinus pain. So there's that. So you can also, if you're not irritated by the peppermint oil, you can just put it straight on your wrist. You don't have to apply it to your body at all. I mean, that's another option with oils, especially if you're on a budget. You might want to experiment with just smelling them instead of pouring them in and making products, as they'll last indefinitely that way. And if just smelling does it for you, then why not? So what I did is I just saved an old bottle, an old lemon bottle. You can just, and that's what I have right here. You just pop that little plastic top off. And then you can use a pipette. You can get these for super cheap on Amazon. You can probably pick them up at a drugstore. So I just had 3, 1 for each bottle. And I put, I want to say, again, 15 drops of each. I wanted equal amounts. So 15 drops of each in an empty bottle. Pop the top back on, and then just roll it gently to shake them together. Just like that. Just gently roll it back and forth to shake it. Don't and you get a lot of air in it, and air degrades oil over time, so you don't want that. So just roll it back and forth, and then you've got it all mixed up, and you can just carry this in your purse and smell it. Be careful you don't accidentally touch it to your nose, because ow, that peppermint hurts. But there's even, this bottle is pretty much empty, and there's even enough in there that I can feel it like, whoa, my sinuses are expanding. So see, you could carry that bottle for years and not even use it if you don't want to. So yeah, so you can mix it with an oil, you can mix it in an empty bottle and just smell it. If you don't have an empty bottle, you can just use a baby food jar or any kind of little jar. I haven't. Is it like a baby food jar concept where you put it in and then, you can buy those, you can buy things on Amazon that have a little, like a thing you shove up your nose that has a little wick in it. You could do that, carry it around and cram it up your nose. Preferably not at restaurants at the dinner table with others. You could also put some Copaiba in here with that too if you wanted to. Nasal inhalers, thank you. Yeah. And you don't have to have these either. I just got these and they're just so damn convenient that I love them. But I've had these oils for years and I haven't had the pipettes. So you can just count your drops. And yeah, these are brilliant. And I got like, I want to say 500 of them for $5 or $6 off Amazon. Do you know it took forever to get here and they came from China? So I wasn't too happy about that. So I'll pay attention to where they're coming from next time. Yeah. Yeah, it would be good gifts. So, and then the other way to take them. Okay. Yeah, there's Young Living has these. Abundant Health has them. Life Science, LSP, LifeSciencePublishing.com sells supplies. Amazon sells supplies. If it matters to you where your stuff is coming from, you might want to have a look. I don't really want to voluntarily purchase things from China if I can avoid it. That's just my own personal preference. And I know I buy a lot of products from China because we can't help it. But when I have a choice, I'd rather make a local or American company choice. The last way to take them is internally. I don't take them internally. It doesn't sit good in my stomach. Other people take them internally and they do just fine. In fact, a woman I know who's a police officer in Thornton, Colorado, she just posted in our little Facebook group that she has started taking these internally, and that's where I heard about she had added Copaiba to it and is doing extremely well with them. These are the gelatin caps. Yeah, I have. So these are the capsules you can buy at the health food store. And that's where these little pipettes are going to come in super handy for you. If I was going to take capsules, I would pre-mix in a little bottle and, roll it around, make sure it's good and mixed up. And then just use one pipette for filling capsules, because what a pain in the butt if you, as I tried in the past, I was like, each bottle I made a huge mess. It was not effective. So if you want to try taking them internal, start small. I would get a little, gelatin cap here, and you just take the top off, get your oil blend and drop it right in there. But I would honestly start really small till you make sure that you're going to tolerate them well. Also, just like any kind of herbal product or natural product, if you can trigger a detox reaction, and you don't want to have that be overwhelming. You don't want to feel like you've just made yourself sick. So start small. Mix them up. I'd say, you put a little carrier oil in here, a little bit of almond oil, a little olive oil or something, and then maybe 2 or 3 drops of your blend. Try it, see what happens. I will say at the height of, don't mix 2 ounces of potion to pour in a 1 ounce bottle. # Ricky mistake. Yeah. Pay attention to your cooking measurements. That's hilarious. I would never even thought. That's something I would do. You can buy, if you like taking these internally, you can buy on Amazon little boards that have holes where you can line up all your capsules, and you can play chemist, all at once and put your capsules all together and keep them in the fridge, maybe? I don't know, Jana, do you keep them in the fridge? If you're using capsules, if you make up a bunch. Oh, I bet it's really convenient. No, okay. So if you aren't making a big mess like I used to, you should be able to just put them back in a baby food jar or an old pill bottle or something. And I will say, too, at the height of allergy season, for me, when things are the worst, when I have them you just layer in a glass jar. That works. I was using my little coconut mix once in the morning, once in the afternoon. when things are really bad, for me personally. Because I would still rather put on a cream twice a day than have to take a pill if I don't have to. I don't like taking pills if I don't have to. So, I mean, I'll take them if I've got to, but, you know. So twice a day is what I did. The thing about essential oils is everybody's body is different. Your allergies are different. What you're allergic to is different. There's a great deal of variation across brands. So I always just say, you know, these are my experiences with Young Living oils, and that's all I can speak to because that's all I've, you know, put a lot of in-depth work into. Do your research. Do your own research. Please don't you're welcome. Please don't buy oils off a roller ball. Yeah, so that's another option. You can put it you can buy glass roller balls with the top on it that roll, and you can just roll it on. Perfect. That's a perfect idea too. There's all kinds of ways. Do research. Please don't take oils internally that you don't know where they came from. Okay, the tripod is Acmore Rhythm, and it's excellent. And it's very cost effective. Budget friendly, let's say that. And it's been great. I've been using it for almost a year every day. So, it's really good. Don't buy oils off Amazon. They can be labeled Young Living and doTERRA. Yeah, you can get those off Amazon. But you don't know what's in there. Because the little plastic cap, this little thing that lets you know if a bottle's been opened, is extremely easy to replace. So, unethical people buy these bottles, take the top off, dilute the hell out of it, or put something entirely different in it, put a new cap and ring on it, and then sell it on Amazon for $10. A quality oil is going to cost you some money. But if you think about it, you're putting it in your body. So, spend the money. Come on, you're worth it. Yeah, they're terrible. Those people, there's a special place in hell for those people. And don't take anything internally unless you absolutely know where it came from. Okay? So, allergy season, tons of options for how to use that trio of oils. Optional, add a little copaiba in it. Yeah. If you get all inflamed, put a little copaiba on your face. You can use it straight out of the bottle. It's awesome. And if you have any questions, I do have a tab on the website for Young Living Essential Oils at CaddyshackDesigns.com. There's not a ton of information at that website, on my website. So you can message me on Facebook, or I'm here every day talking about all kinds of stuff. So you can just pop in and say hi and ask me to send you an email. You have any questions? Thanks for hanging out with me for a Sunday oil scope. Oh! Alright, I'm going to go get my tax forms signed. At least they're done. I just have to sign them. Yeah, you should. Alright, love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, you should. You're welcome, muchos gracias. Yeah, you should scope about your capsule thing. Yeah, because people who take internal oils on a regular basis would probably want to see that little gadget, because that's a cool little thing. All right, have a great day, guys. Love ya.